And Ban's alive.
Elevate going to be the first team to ban things out here. Maverick, not too surprising. Maverick's normally banned 9 times out of 10 on this map, no matter whenever Clubhouse is played. The second ban I am hoping to see is probably either Nomad or a Hard Breach. What do you think, James?
Nomad probably makes a little bit more sense here. Nomad, no, it's actually going to be a little bit more sense here. Is going to come through. See you right. Is going to be a Hard Breach ban coming through here. Is going to be a Hard Breach ban coming through here. That is definitely very interesting. So there we go. We can see it. First defense ban is going to be coming out here from Arbad. That's going to be a Mirror ban coming out. I would say that Mirror isn't massively popular here. Like, there's definitely Mirror strategies you can do on Clubhouse, but she isn't as strong on this map as she is on some other maps coming out. But there we go. Elevate are going to move through for their final ban on the defense. I would guess probably an Echo or a Maestro, but they could go with something a little bit weird here. Maybe like a Kayad ban or something like that, just to get rid of anything going on pesky hatches. But no, it's going to be the Echo ban coming out.
Yeah, so 3 M's coming out, being Maverick. Oh, no, not 3 M's, 2 M's. Maverick and Mira. Thermite and Echo also banned as well. Not too surprising. I pretty much called a Hard Breach to get banned. Attacking on Clubhouse with just a Hibana is absolutely one of the toughest things to do, in that you still leave Bandit on the board. Bandit is absolutely one of the easiest operators to trick against Hibana, but with the castle coming out and CCTV, I wouldn't be too surprised to see downstairs presence coming out from Elevates. So we should really see some droning and teamwork coming out for Arbad to try and take down the bandit playing on the CCTV wall, if they want Beastly to open up that server wall.
This is kind of why I thought that we were going to see a Kayad ban come out, just to give you a little bit of an easier time on this attack, because otherwise it's going to be really difficult. And as you said, yeah, Hibana only on this attack is going to be horrific to deal with, and I think Elevate are in for a really nice chance here. But there is also the chance that if someone is getting like 2 rounds on the attack here, this is going to be pretty devastating coming around, because like, I feel with these bans, if you're not coming out of this half with a 5-1 scoreline, you basically failed your defense.
Yeah, Elevate starting off defense and coming out with the castle and the mute. I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, like I mentioned before, that there's going to be some downstairs presence inside a lounge. Pixel, also one of the breakout stars for Elevate. He had a very great showing last week. I think it was against, both Vicious and Disrupt, putting on some very impressive numbers. Rich on the Maestro. Hopefully we'll see him defend more so upstairs on the garage rafters. And it'll be interesting to see how Arbad has adapted over the past week, and it'll be interesting to see how they play things out.
Yeah, it will be interesting coming through as well, as round number 1 gets underway very nicely. Pixel going to be playing on the Jaeger down here, but no construction reinforcement coming through. It's going to be a little bit questionable, just because it's going to be such an easier attack now. If you push into construction, you get control of that that west side. You can go for a Hibana push, and you don't really need control of anything else. But there we go. Smokes are going to go down. And this is a very early execute coming through from Arbad. They might be able to get into the site. And there we go. Tuffy gets the entry. Nog goes down. And he's going to be mad about that one, because there's been absolutely 0 trade. Tuffy has control of the site. The plant is going down from Beastly already, but Pixel is going to trade out onto Carnage. They're going to try and get up, and they're going to see what exactly they can do. Tuffy moves all the way up at Arbad. Plant the diffuser as Rich picks up Tuffy as he tries to make a little bit of space. Euphoria picks up one, but Rich is going to trade it back. So now it's 2v3. Beastly and Euphoria left on the site, left alone. So now it's 2v2. Beastly just holding on where he can as well. Goes straight onto this door to see what he can do. But the diffuser slowly doing its work. Euphoria in a safe position, but not anymore. There comes the Thunder. He takes down Euphoria. And now Rich is going to finish it off with a great retake from Elevate. And they take round number 1. Beautifully done from them. So, yeah, we are going to see Elevate are going to take round number 1. Very well done from them. I really thought that was a massive misplay coming out from them, because they didn't reinforce construction, and they didn't really have any defense there. But I think Elevate very quickly realized what was happening, and they did pretty well to respond to that. They did let the diffuser go down, but I think most of that was on the post plant didn't go very well. Like, you have a Capitao I thought that the Capitao utility usage wasn't exactly amazing there. And we are going to see a Church and also remove defense. I'm really surprised there's no Kaid coming out here from Elevate. There we go.
And no, well, right as you say that, Rich is gonna make you eat your words. And a Kaid coming out, not too surprising. I was about to say we still have the 6th pick to work with, so downstairs into the Church and Arsenal room we go. And a very good round, last round coming out from Elevate. Pretty dominant. I wasn't able to see too much of the action, having a bit of connection issues, but I assume that Elevate had a pretty dominant round defending CCTV.
Yeah, they definitely did have a very dominant round. I still think that there's been pretty good readability from Arbad, and that's exactly how you're going to win this game, right? Without the Thermite, without the Maverick, with so much against you on the attack, on the clubhouse, you're going to have to just pinpoint these weaknesses in the defenses. But Elevate have done pretty well to respond so far, but we're only 1 round in, Chris. We're not going to count our rabbits just yet. Looking at this downstairs defense setup, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking pretty much a 5-man anchor on defense. It's not too smart to do a duo roam unless you're comfortable with working alongside that duo roam, at least with your anchors. A bit interesting that Arbad isn't bringing along a Twitch, but with the Zofia they need the soft destruction, but that's already coming out from Tuffy, so the next time that Elevate defends down here, and should Elevate win this round, I wouldn't be too surprised should Arbad bring out a Twitch to try to shake things up and try to get those Electro Claws from keeping the hatches from being opened.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. But I think, like, you mentioned about the Twitch here. I don't think the Twitch is as important as it was last game because there's no Thatcher ban. And we kind of made that whole point about the Thatcher ban coming through. And of course, there's a mirror ban as well. So True. I think the Twitch isn't massive here.
Completely forgot.
So, yeah, we'll see how the rest of it does go down. I think that Twitch has, like, great entry variability, but potentially not on this site. I think that without the hard breaches, you're going to have to play for pretty heavy utility here. So we'll see Tuffy going to be playing around with the blue hatch to see what he can do. And drones are going to start to come down into blue. Pixel still holding down where he can as well. The drone does go down. I feel like that was kind of inefficient use. That Z-Thunder could have just used his Maestro, but there we go. Nades should start to come out. Try and take this. No, this Maestro. There we go. Oh my god. Pixel just in an absolutely unwinnable situation there as the ADS gets burned, the Capital Ball goes down, and a nade goes down. That's a huge amount of utility to go down just for 1 kill, but there is blue control now into the favor of the attack.
Yeah, Tuffy going to take control of Oil Pit now. A very great use of utility coming out from Arbad, but it's well spent taking down Pixel. One of the primary fraggers coming out from Elevate shut down. This is a really interesting hole coming out from Rich. Going to take some damage onto Tuffy. Tuffy will need to be very careful on how he pushes blue. Rich going for a spam. Moving on through. Nothing able to connect. Smoke coming out through. Rich is going to have to take some time in placing his shots. 45 seconds left to play out. And oh no! That's going to be Tuffy falling down right by the blue rotation hole going into church.
Yeah, Kali gonna go down as well. Rich does take him down. The motor push is gonna come down, but no, we do not have blue control anymore. Habana charges are gonna go down to the church wall, and that is gonna allow you a little bit of space here. Impact Tricking can't find its target yet. Euphoria still has 2 of those Zofia charges down as well. So Carnage picks up Nog, and now it's a 3v3, but they've really got to try and find some gunfights and try and secure this church push because they don't really have an entry here, and Rich has a great angle as well, but no, Carnage going to go down from inside the site all the way from downtown, and we'll see everything just holding down very well. Beastly wins the fight beautifully against Prophet. He's going to be able to try and plant the diffuse. It's all down to Z-Thunder to try and clutch it out. Euphoria on his sliver of HP is going to go down. The plant's going down from Beastly. He knows it's gone down in the corner over here, but he can't see where. There we go. Z-Thunder with the clutch. He's going to pick up his kill as well. And that's a 3k from Z-Thunder to clutch out the round. Round 2 goes again into Elevate and again from a retake.
Wow.
Have you seen anything just like
10
that?
seconds really came down? I don't think I have that last 10 seconds really came down to positioning. I think if Beastly would have got the plant off maybe a second sooner, he has the opportunity to turn around and right as Z-Thunder is pushing on in from church over to the blue rotate to finish off that frag, I think that Beastly is able to take down Z-Thunder, but unfortunately that's not the case. Beastly ends up falling to Z-Thunder, and Z Thunder goes absolutely massive, picking up yet another round for Elevate.
Yeah, he did go absolutely massive there. Indeed, moving into round number 3, Elevate going to go to a gym bedroom defense to see what they can do here. And again, we're going to see the Kaya coming out on the 6th pick from Nog instead of the Valkyrie. That's actually a really smart 6th pick because there's no IQ coming out. Maybe they thought, like, you see the Valkyrie coming out, they're going to force a stick pick onto IQ. So maybe we'll see something like that happen. But I don't know. I really love Kaya on this map. I don't know for this particular defense. I'm not sure. Like, I'm trying to think of what he could even do here. I think maybe one of the things you could do is you could cancel off the stairs, and then he could sit on the stairs and you could Kaya Jacuzzi. But I don't think they actually put the castles down there. No, they put the castles all in the windows. So I'm very interested to see where he's actually going to play this Kaya. I think that he's maybe looking to play the Kaya in Cash, but a lot of the reinforcements are actually not going down on Cash. It's kind of a different defense than we normally see going down. So, we'll move into round number 3, and we'll move into the action phase now.
Yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties.
We will go through. So there we go, it's just holding down where he can. Beastly is going to be pushing through where he can. And just holding down to the strip roof. And he does see that slight little slit there down into the server's room. As Kanye's going to rotate all the way upstairs. EMPs are going to go down, of course, already. And it's like one of the Kayas has gone down onto the jacuzzi wall. Pixel holding down onto the cash stairs, but he doesn't really have a huge amount of utility to actually hold him down here, but he has got that Silver Wall Reinforce, and this is actually probably a better way to do this if there is a Thermite ban and a Maverick ban as well. So not going to be a lot of options for the attackers, and as I said earlier, it's going to be all about pinpointing these exact areas where you want to try and push though. And yeah, oh, this is interesting. So he is actually trying to Kaya trick with this, but I'm kind of interested to see, like, he put the Kaya down first, rather than just waiting and maybe getting some intel on whether they were actually Hibanaing or not. So he is going to try and Kaya trick this though, but there is still a Thatcher available, I believe. So Beastly still just going to be proning through to see what he can do here. Barbed Wire still going to be available, but there's really not a lot of options. Euphoria going to try and create those options. The castle barricade is going to get destroyed. They're desperately trying to peek out something. They need a pick. They need an entry, but this wall still isn't open on Jacuzzi, and Nog is still doing a great job of holding this down. The Banishes are going to go down. Finally, the Rotilla Electro Claw is going to go down, but it's not going to get it in time. That is unfortunate. X-Kairos is going to detonate on Jacuzzi wall, and they're going to get it open. Flashbangs are going to go down. Nog is going to get full whited, and that is unlucky for him, but no pushes are coming through just yet. Beastly just could be holding down where he can. Another X-Kairos is going to come out onto a bathroom mode? Yeah. Wow. Okay. So he's going to be a very aggressive one on that. Impact does come down. That is going to deny that X-Kairos coming down. And this is really running out of options now. There really needs to be some sort of movement. They need to make a play. They need to make an entry. But Tuffy, he has gone down outside of one of the windows. And Kali still playing around. He still has full utility available. About 40 seconds left to go on the clock. So Thunder is also going to get flashed. A lot of flashes going down, a lot of utility going down, but no movement going down just yet. Nog still holding on, but it doesn't manage to pick up one on the rotate. But no, Euphoria wins the fight, pushing up the stairs. He takes down Nog, and that's the very first pick of the round, if you believe it or not. Tuffy still bleeding out, but looks like he's going to get revived now. As logistics control needs to go into the favor of the attackers. Elevate still holding down with the shotgun still so very, very close range. Kali going to get on the way in, but Z Thunder shuts him down. Can he get another one? He sees him! No! Beastly wins out the fight. Thunder goes down, and they get all the way into the site. They have to try and plant the bomb, and they will try and do so successfully. So if he can just get it down, so if he gets a kill, Euphoria gets a kill. It's all down to the castle to try and get it through, but no, he can't find the kill just yet. Still trying to play around where he can. Prophet does take down Tuffy, and now it's a 3v1 to try and clutch it out. It's all down to the castle and a retake. Could it be a third retake for the castle? But no, that's going to happen. Carnage takes it down, and Arbad somehow bring around round number 3 and win the attack.
I don't know how Prophet didn't see the Zofia standing on top of the bed there. Could have just been how his resolution is, or his aspect ratio, but either way, a very great round coming out from Arbad. They'll finally put themselves on the board and try to stop the bleeding, as they are now faced with a 1-2 deficit.
I just don't understand how Arbad brought that round back. That was crazy. That was going so well. I think a big part of that though was the fact that Nog couldn't get the Kaya trick down. Like, he's waiting for the Hibana pellets to go down, but I don't think there was any EMPs available at that point in the round. And even if there were, you might as well just put it down anyway, right? And you might as well just delay the round. But he mistimed that massively. In fact, you know there's a Hibana. I really didn't like the way that Nog was trying to do that. It was bad for him, but may have cost them the round, giving them that entry in Jacuzzi. But, you know, we'll see the rest of it going down. And we'll see a mute coming out as well from Nog. What do you think of this strategy?
I think this strategy is set for impact tricking. You have the one set of impacts coming out from Thunder, leaving it all up to Nog and Rich to make those rotates. You could potentially see Prophet with that C4 trying to go for how you would normally see a, what's it called? Impact tricking, but C4 tricking in this case. So with the only impacts coming out from Thunder, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But that single wall right inside of construction, I'm a bit nervous as to how that'll work out for Elevate, because leaving that wall open leaves open a lot of opportunities for our bad to make plays.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I think that the construction push was pretty devastating here, and Albad almost pulled a win out of it. I mean, 3 times in a row they've got the diffuser down. That's kind of impressive to do on Clubhouse. The fact that there's a thermite ban and you're still doing this well on attacks, I think speaks volumes about our bad right now. They're adapting quite well despite the kind of figures that they've been given here. But my estimate here is that Elevate know how to play the thermite well, around the thermite ban quite well. But Euphoria already going to pick up Z Thunder before he can do absolutely anything. Euphoria going to be playing below as well into the stockroom, and that should allow Tuffy to also play in the stockroom now and just open all of this up. This downstairs defense is just completely collapsed, but no Pixel retakes. What? Oh my god, Pixel just runs all the way into stock. He takes down Euphoria and he gets away with it. He's all the way into Secret now, and he's holding it down very, very well indeed. What an amazing pick coming out from Pixel.
Pixel just utilizing, I think, really good timing was the only reason that happened. Euphoria not knowing whether or not to watch the doorway or the hole that was made proved to be a very, very big pickup coming out for Pixel. He's able to take down Euphoria after he picks off Thunder, and he's able to avenge his fallen brother.
Yeah, he is able to do that just as well. Maestro Cams do come out, of course, to be able to try and deny this info coming up. It's not going to do well just yet. Rich still holding on to the rafters here, still trying to aggressively contest this area. As the Capital Balls are going to come down. Rich is going to take a huge amount of damage, but not able to get the kill just yet. 1 minute left to go on the clock. A little bit of wasted utility, but there we go. Rich going to get burned alive. As there we go, Kali does take him down. It's now a 4v3, and that is really good Capital usage coming out from Kali. But he has kind of used maybe like a little bit more utility usage than other people might use there. But he's going to be going down. There we go. So he's going to make his way into the garage. There's garage control established, and that's kind of more important here than anything else. But 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Pixel going to hold down below, still takes down Carnage. Desperately trying to get the refrag. Beastly going to be coming through onto Lounge as Kali takes down Nog. Now moving all the way into the site. Pixel takes down another one. Beastly goes down. He can't be traded. Kali left alone to try and push down to the site, but he doesn't have control of the diffuser. Pixel going to be calling out that he has control. Prophet doesn't care. He takes the headshot down to Kali and elevates it right before. These are some insanely close rounds coming down. Surprisingly close.
A lot of these rounds so far have been coming down either to a 2v2 or a 1v1. No, yeah, 2v2, 1v2, 1v1. It's really coming down to who's winning their winning their gunfights, and just overall who has the better positioning. And that control of the diffuser that Pixel had downstairs inside a lounge, controlling it from Secret, that was a really big blow to our bad's attack.
A big blow indeed. Round number 5 getting underway, and we'll see exactly how it's going to go down with this here Church. Also room defense coming out, and again, Rich bringing out the Kayed from the Valk. It's always the Valk that's getting 6th picked. Nothing else is getting 6th picked.
Yeah, Valkyrie,
is it for the IQ to bait out?
It could have been, but we'll be heading downstairs into the Church and Arsenal room. And right now, Elevate sitting at a pretty comfortable 3-1 lead. They have 2 rounds to their name, a 2-round cushion to their name. And that last round or no, not the last round, 2 rounds ago for Arbad, they looked pretty strong, being able to decrease the deficit from a 0-2 bleed out to a 1-2. But that last round, they looked kind of lost. Even though Cali got a really nice frag onto Rich, taking control of Garage. It just really came down to the better positioning that Elevate had to work with, and it really costed Arbad.
It did really cost them. Also, I just want to point out, I really feel sorry for Pixel if he has to play in blue again, because he got absolutely destroyed there. I mean, his ADS got burned, he got naded, and he got capitalized, like, all at the same time. I mean, you don't win that. That's completely unwinnable. Also, on top of that, he had 2 people watching him. So, yeah, he just dies there. It's just not gonna happen. But, I mean, that's not exactly, like, a bad way to go. I mean, I don't think if it happened to you in real life, you'd have a nice time. But what I'm saying is, like, you're wasting a lot of utility, and you're wasting quite a lot of time just by playing that position.
Yeah, I think with the pickup of Beastly, Arbad looks a bit more stronger this time around. Beastly utilizing Rav's roles, which is what he's normally played. He'll either play Capitao or Hibana on attack, and then switching on defense, he'll normally play either Jaeger or Smoke, depending on what the team needs. Pick a very good pickup for Arbad. Once again, Beastly. Tuffy already going to utilize the Hibana holes that are, not the Hibana pellets that'll open up blue. He's going to potentially, I think he'll drone it out, try to see exactly where Pixel is playing, and maybe they'll go out for another nade to take down Pixel. Well, he's actually rotated away from blue into Church.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good rotates coming out all across, and, you know, Pixel realizing there's no way you're playing blue and surviving when Cali's on the ball with Capitao. So, we are looking at pretty good indeed for Elevate. I mean, this is all about survival for Elevate, but there's a lot of late round utility that Arbad almost bring through. I mean, we did see one round where they fully brought it through in Gym Bedroom, and they managed to turn what was pretty much an unwinnable round into a 4v1. So that was really well played by them. Elevate still holding down where they can. Drones are going to start to come out from Euphoria, but Tuffy drops down, and he drops Thunder. Pixel is going to try and refrag and does so successfully, but there we go. Euphoria all the way from the bottom of main stairs. He takes down Nog, but Yukanage gets a kill of his own. Now it's a 4v2. Khan is desperately trying to gunfight, but no, Pixel will win out. But on a sliver of HP, Beastly will trade him out. And it's all down to Rich in a 3v1. Trades will go into the very much of a favor of Arbad, and the Fuser will start to go down. Rich pretty much out of options right now. Is to try to roll down all the way through the main hole, but Euphoria will take him down, and Arbad will take round number 5. That is a very successful attack for them, and that is exactly what they needed to put themselves on the board.
A very great round coming out from Arbad. Just a big flurry of flat frags coming on out from Arbad. The moment I saw Rich impact that and just not have his aim up, I pretty much knew Euphoria was there waiting for him to get that exit frag that needed to end the round. And Arbad looked really strong that round, but they need to have more rounds like that. They're going to want to keep their hopes alive of walking away with 3 points at the end of this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think that if Arbad can win an attack here, they basically secure the win for themselves. I mean, 2 rounds on attack with a Thermite and a Maverick ban, I'd be pretty happy with that one. But 3 attacks wins? I'd be walking away smiling out of that one, thinking I just walked away with the entire game. And we saw that it's normally the team that's better at attacking on Clubhouse that does well, especially with the bans that go down. Defense is pretty easy here, and I'm surprised that Elevate is doing this poorly considering how close all of the rounds have been. But I kind of get the feeling, because Elevate kind of like practice Clubhouse in that way, that they should be pretty familiar with how to play with a Thermite ban here. So maybe we'll see good stuff from them on the attack. Maybe we won't. I'm not sure. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah. Although Clubhouse is a defender-sided map from what we've seen so far, Arbad really haven't been that deterred, winning 2 rounds out of 5 so far. I don't think they should be too worried coming into this next round. They know that since they've obviously drawn at the site, they see that it's downstairs inside of Armory. But with the pulse coming out from Rich this time around, this could be a big favor for Elevate. I'm taking a look at the scoreboard right now. I'm not exactly too sure who that was. I think it was Tuffy on top with 7 frags for our bad. Meanwhile, I think it might have been Pixel with 6, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Pixel with 6 and actually Euphoria with 7. So those so far have been the top fraggers for both teams.
We're just gonna ignore Nog having a bad day there, so he's gonna move forward here. I mean, he's been playing the tough roles, but he's on the smoke now. We're actually it's kind of interesting that Elevate opted not to bring the Kaid. I think that this kind of is mostly about the fact that Kaid isn't really that useful when there's a Thatcher still on the board, but it can waste a little bit of time. But I don't think it's been very effective in wasting that time at all, because I mean, Albert has just been so good at just pushing where Elevate on.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, I know that I think it was our bad game that I saw too. So a Tuffy on the nades with the Buck. The last time that I saw them opening up the Moto hatch, they had Tuffy on the west side of bar, and he had his aim up, and the moment that the hatch blew open, you saw him go. We would see him usually go for a pre-fire, trying to catch anyone off guard that might have been playing Moto. But this time around, it's not going to happen. Rich going to go ahead and pulse out the Thatcher coming out from Carnage. That's going to be on the main stairs. Meanwhile, Cali will drop down into the oil pit. Minute 14 left to play out. This is looking a bit dangerous for now. Nade's going to come out from Tuffy, take away the shield from K9, and Z Thunder will have to relocate in order to provide some time for his team.
Yeah, Thunder's set up in a really good position right now, despite the fact of how much work has just been done in K9 to remove all that utility and remove the shield. Thunder's still in a really nice position to hold it all down. But it's going to be a Moto push, and they have blue control now as well, so this is all looking pretty good. I mean, they don't even have to push Tuffy out of this position. Sorry, they don't have to push Thunder out of his position. They can just hold it down and hope for the trade. But there we go. Capital balls are going to come down. Euphoria picks Thunder as he moves out of position. And Euphoria tries to get all the way into the site. But it's going to be Pixel who shuts down Kali before he can do anything with those Capital balls. And Prophet gets one onto Tuffy as well. 3v4 situation now, as Prophet does regain control of blue. This is looking pretty dire for our bad. Not only 3v4, but they've now also lost the control that they so desperately needed. As Euphoria gets all the way into Moto. Pixel takes down Kali and shuts down his story, and Nog pushes all the way up. He scores his first kill of the round and of the game. As Euphoria goes down, it's all down to Beastly in a 1v4. Lots of people very, very low, but no, Nog gonna score his second kill as Nog gets the headshot down onto Beastly. Elevate, take round number 6. But honestly, if I'm Albad, I'm walking away smiling.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would have loved to walk away 3-3, but moving on 4-2, going on to defense on Clubhouse, not too bad either. Really want to commend the teamwork coming out there from Elevate. Rich on the pulse, just giving all the information that Elevate needed to work on with the callouts, the teamwork, the pings. Absolutely outstanding teamwork coming in from Elevate, and that won them the round.
Yeah, really. I still think that Albad have really good coordination, and I don't know who. I think Kali IGLs. I know he's the captain, but sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean just because you're the captain means you're the IGL, right? But I don't know, their coordination just seems to be so good. I mean, they played that really well. I mean, when you have the Habana, you don't have the Thermite, you cannot split push at all. You have to just go for one entry. And the fact that they got 3 plants down in a row says a lot about how they were playing their attacks. We're going to see how their defenses go through as we're going to go to Gym Bedroom. We actually saw, like, I think that you see this quite a lot nowadays, where you see them go to the kind of surprise site first, especially when there's a Monty on the board. I mean, we saw the Monty come out from Vicious. It really didn't go well for Vicious.
Yeah, Vicious looked really shaky on their attacks. I don't know if it was the Thatcher ban that threw them off, or just maybe nerves or just internal issues happening, but Vicious didn't look like the same Vicious that we're used to seeing.
They really didn't. They really, really didn't. But round number 7 getting underway. See the first round of Elevate's attack, and I think this is really going to define how well they can really pull this off. Clubhouse, honestly, is a pretty good map for Elevate, and I said it before, and I still think they can pull this back. But the way that Albad just had such commanding control over these pushes, I'm not so sure, honestly, anymore.
Yeah, Clubhouse is a defender-sided map, as we've said multiple times. Kali going for a bit of an unorthodox position, hiding inside of Moto. This could be pretty fruitful for our bad.
It could be very fruitful indeed, I think. Like, just going forward throughout this round, there's no Jackal. I doubt anyone's going to really be... Either you have a pre-play drone downstairs, or you don't drone downstairs at all. You have, like, flight watch drones, right? So, I doubt that the Valkyrie's actually been spotted out down here. So, like, having a C4 late game downstairs can be very, very beneficial. But it's going to be all about how much you move. So, 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go on the clock. And we'll see Nog is just going to be holding down where he can. Is going to be opening up onto the cash room. And we'll see Thunder going to be trying to do some work from below here to try and push people out of cash. But this is looking pretty slow from Elevate, I gotta say.
Yeah, Thunder being the solo member of Elevate downstairs inside of stock, if Cali plays his cards right, he could move on up through secret stairs and make a very devastating push into Thunder's crosshairs, but already going to be moving up. It's going to be Nog moving on the cash. There's the solo mute from Tuffy. Will be playing on the cash stairs. He'll move away very smartly at the right time. Moving on up is Nog for the kill onto Tuffy. Not expecting anyone to move up. And already Elevate starting things off very well with only a minute left to play out in this round.
Yeah, Nog is sick of it. He's getting his frags now, as he's going to be all the way through onto the balcony to try and go for this push. But we see Rich is in position with the Monty to try and go for the push. But Carnage is going to pick up Pixel, who's been one of the better fraggers from Elevate, but not so longer. Zofia already going down isn't a great situation to be in, considering the fact that you don't really have too much soft destruction on the board. As Rich, you could push all the way to construction, but these are Grotto, great crossfire. They're aware of the Monty in here. But the logistics hash is open. How is Euphoria allowed to play in this situation? No, he takes down Rich. The Monty going down so early on, but Nog just hops in. He takes down Beastly, and they have quite a lot of control now. As Euphoria is going to take down Prophet, but instantly traded out by Holiday Nog. And you can move all the way through. It's all down to Cali. As a plant is going to go down, but they know where it's going down. The Nitro is going to come out, and it's going to get popped. Oh no, he missed it. Oh, Nog gets onto the bed. That's a late call. A great call from Nog to put that down onto the bed and go behind Island. He's in a great plant position. And Nog with a Carly kill. Elevate take round number 7. And what a great round from Holiday Nog.
Really great adaptations coming out from Elevate that round. It was a bit surprising to me why Cali didn't go for a rotate through secret, considering that's where the push started to come from. Cali really could have saved Tuffy's butt there, hiding on the cash stairs, going for some pinches, playing 2v2s, and honestly I think that if he rotates up those secret stairs, he finds himself with a very nice frag.
Was that an ace from Nog?
I believe so.
Can we see the scoreboard for a second?
Yeah, no, that was a 4K.
No, it was a 4K. Unlucky. But this is my main question about that defense. Who is peeking Nog on the LA5?
Tuffy's
Everyone.
peeking him.
Yeah, apparently. But we are going to go through into round number 8. That gym bedroom defense didn't go quite as planned for our bad, and that may have been pretty devastating, honestly, because losing that kind of early round on the defense, I think it's going to set you back a little bit. And also the fact that you've just given them a round where you can really go flawless on this defense if you play it right. Especially with the way that the bans have gone. Yeah,
it's a bit of a shame that our bad hasn't been able to pull themselves together, but then again, it was only one defense round. They have 2 more chances to work with before they or 2 more losses to work with, I should say, before they get another loss in their pocket. But so far throughout this matchup, they haven't looked too bad.
No, they haven't looked too bad at all. And we are going to see all this construction work being done into the site by Beastly on the smoke. What do you think about the lineup? I think the attack lineup is pretty standard, but the defense lineup, this is kind of like the first time today we've seen a Legion, which is honestly really surprising considering how much Monty we've seen on Clubhouse so far.
Yeah, Thunder making a really quick entrance already through into Jacuzzi, and with only 2 minutes left to play, this is pretty good control, map control coming on through. I think Nog is already making an entrance as well, but Rich utilizing the Zofia coming out with Pixel with that impact on through into Cash. This could be really dangerous right now for our bad if they're not careful. Thunder getting the opening frag onto Tuffy. Things are not looking good at all for our bad throughout this matchup. And with a minute 52 to work with, Tuffy being down and off the board, That doesn't really bode well for our bad at all.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, Oriel using your Jaeger, while it's not a massive utility pick, it is a pick nonetheless. We'll see how it does go down. As Prophet is going to try and drone out the site and see what's going on. But Elevate have a great opportunity to start pushing into the site. Mostly because this wall, of course, is soft. Beastly's still holding down, however, where he is. Carnage going to rotate all the way up on to the stairs, but Kali's still downstairs, of course, with that Nitro still in hand. They failed to clear him out last time, but it didn't really matter that much as Nog makes his way into the lounge, and Holiday Nog, who's peeking him as he gets the headshot onto Kali. But there we go, Rich takes down Carnage. Now all of a sudden it's a 2v5. Cash Stairs push starts to come through, and they're starting to run out of time. Nog goes down, however, before he can really push all the way onto the Cash Stairs, but he's wasted a lot of time. The plant is going to start to go down. Pixel still holding down where he can. Maestro's going to get all the way into the site. The plant's going to go down. Rich takes down Euphoria, and now it's all down to Beastly in a 1v4 clutch situation in a post-plant. He's still playing around to the top of Cash Stairs. This seems pretty much unwinnable, but I've seen crazier things happen in Siege before. He's going to be pushing all the way through, trying to see if he can get a pick here shortly. But just, he can't find any entry here. And there we go, Thunder going to take him down with a prone angle. Elevate put themselves on match point.
Elevate is absolutely dominating our bad. Very good reactions coming out from Thunder. The moment Beastly peaks, it's already getting bullets into the body. And I'm honestly not, I don't want to say not surprised, but I kind of saw it coming where Elevate would just be the more dominant team, considering that they have the more experience on this roster. But, you know, Euphoria absolutely trying his hardest out here with 10 frags. He's trying his hardest out here to try to keep his team in the game.
Yeah, he's been trying his hardest, definitely. And, like, moving to match point, now it's looking like a much heads-up battle now. Like, Elevate are looking so good. And, like, even though you could say, right, 2 attacks wins, that's exactly how our bads went for the last time, right? Like, they won their 2 attacks and then they lost every other attack. So even though our bad probably thinks to themselves, okay, we can make the draw here, we can win these 4 defenses, it's really just not looking good at all. And Elevate are playing this much more aggressively than I really would have thought they'd doing so, but they've managed to get so many entry picks on so many important operators, and the trades have just not gone into our bad's favor at all.
Not at all. Just a quick little update for the B stream over on Stokes TV. Sonics beats Silas Gorillas 7-2 on Villa, so very well played to Sonics. Unfortunately, Silas Gorillas still having some issues with working out the kinks, but nonetheless, Sonics now at 9 points and Silas Gorillas still at 0.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it all right there and then. I don't really know what else I can add there, but like, we're going to move on to match point. It's an uphill battle, but I think the draw is definitely very possible. We can go the full distance here, but Elevate definitely looking to close this out into an easy win for them. They're looking pretty good across the season. They're looking pretty good in this game so far. As I said from the start, Clubhouse is a great map for them, and I think they've definitely proven it here today, regardless of what the end result is. But there we go, Tuffy and Euphoria still holding down onto the site. They have given up a lot of map control, and they're pretty much doing the same strat they were doing last time, and especially this kind of like over-reliance on Kali being downstairs with the Nitro, right?
Yeah. Kali being downstairs with the Nitro is a really dangerous for any team right now that's attacking, given the case that it's Elevate. Also, a minute off the board already, not a whole lot of action. Kali normally goes for a bit of an unorthodox roam. When the site's all the way 2 floors up, he'll most likely play downstairs in the basement or pretty far off the map, trying to hide himself in corners and trying to pretty much go for a late flank if he can. But this is actually going to be the first time I think we're going to see a Nomad come out. And also, just a quick note to add, Nog in the past 3 rounds is sitting at a 7-1 kill feed right now.
Yeah, he's been doing very well for himself compared to his performance during the defenses. So Euphoria going to be holding down behind the bomb here, but still no picks either way just yet coming through. Not a lot of utility left available for Pixel, but a lot of utility across the board from Elevate as they'll make their way into construction yet again, going for the same push. Smokes are going to start to come out. Nade should start to come out ahead of that as well. As Rich is going for those pre-fires, trying to get into the site, trying to get his pick, but we're not going to see anything go down just yet. So Sophia charges should start to make their way into the site, but oh no, Rich going to get downed. What just happened there? And there we go, Euphoria going to get the headshot into Prophet. Easy as that. And that's the Maestro holding down. Rich still injured, however, as Euphoria still trying to peek around, still trying to get the pick. But this is looking pretty dire for Elevate so far. Rich still injured, of course, still being unable to get picked up as nades just start to come back into the back of the site from Thunder. He does move out of the way, but Pixel picks him up on the rotate. There goes Tuffy, and that's the first entry that Elevate so desperately needed. Now they can start to make it happen. 30 seconds left to go on the clock, because they really don't have a lot of utility, but there's not a lot of utility left on the defense either, as they start to hold down. Cali still in that powerful position downstairs. Nog just runs in, just gets shut down instantly by Euphoria. That Aldo coming into a very good job here as he peeks out, but Pixel takes him down into a refrag. Pixel moves all the way through, but Carnage takes him down as well. Now it's a 3v2. Thunder and Rich left remaining to try and make something happen and make the dream work, but Carnage to take down Thunder. It's all down to Rich, but he can't make it work. The dream dies with him, and Arbad take round number 9, and they're still in this.
Arbad look like they can complete the comeback now. They just need 3 more rounds to work with. 10 through 12. That makes 3. Quick maths. Yeah, but a very outstanding round coming out from Arbad. If they manage to keep that composure, keep themselves composed, and work more as a team despite the backpacking that's really coming out from Euphoria, Arbad could potentially walk away with at least 1 point. Well, at most 1 point at this point.
Yeah, you are definitely very right there indeed. But I mean, you hate to see it. I really hope that Rich goes onto the glass here. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not against the Blackbeard pick. I think I just hate seeing Blackbeard in comp because he's just so annoying to play against. But the Glaz is also very equally annoying to play against. Although I would say that Glaz on Clubhouse isn't as effective as it can be on some other maps. And we kind of talk about like those short doorways, right? Like, if he smokes the doorway and he peeks it, you still know that he's in the doorway, and it's not really that hard just to pre-fire the doorway, and you might be able to pick him up. If anything, you'll at least be able to dink him and be able to get him to retreat. At that point, he's kind of wasting time and utility.
Yeah. Glaz, a very strong operator, at least on this bomb site, I would say. Moving on through would be through Dirt. He's an absolute monster to work with on Dirt, given that he has the banana vision to work with. And if there was a Monty pushing on through, it would make that push a lot more easier for the Glass to work with.
Yeah, definitely. So we haven't actually seen a downstairs setup at all from Arbad yet. Kind of interested to see how they're doing this, and they are bringing the Kayad. We didn't really see kind of like effective Kayad usage, I don't think, from Elevate. Like, they brought it, but then they kind of realized he wasn't really doing very well, and then they win the downstairs without a Kayad. And even though, like, from a technical perspective, it works quite well here. Like, you bring the 2 Kayads, so you're denying 2 hatches, and then you can impact with the 3rd hatch. He can do so much on his own there. As Pixel runs all the way into Garage, and Nog is going to back him up. Easy as that. But we've seen Carnage play the same spot that Pixel was playing, although I kind of prefer the rotate that Carnage has compared to the rotate that Pixel had. So Pixel had a rotate going from blue into church, but that easily can be just shut down if you have motor control, which pretty much every team got immediately anyway.
Yeah. A rotate into Armory, in my opinion, I don't know exactly, because I really haven't had that much experience with playing behind that spot. I would say it's a bit safer to retreat back into Church, but, you know, it depends on how teams play. They can have a smart rotation to move on through to blue. And the only reason why I say moving on through Church instead of into Armory from blue is safer, because if somebody's watching the hatch and you're not careful, and because of it, it's a crouch hole, the amount of time that it takes to kill from the attacker weapons onto a 3-speed is so minimal that getting caught in that crossfire could be really dangerous.
Potentially. I suppose it's kind of like all down to the gun skill of the player at the end of the day. But yeah, you are right. It's definitely a factor going in. But Nog! Who can stop Holiday Nog on the LA Fire? I don't think we've seen a single person actually take a really good gunfight against this guy. But there we go. Pixel, who's all the way into blue. He gets control. He gets a double kill out of it. But Tuffy shuts him down before he can make the dream work. Nog holding down as the plant is going to go down from Profit. Rich picks Tuffy. And this may be match set and point here. It's Kali in a 1v4 clutch situation to try and make something happen. Nog sees him and takes him down. Kali gets taken down with a wall bang from Holiday Nog. And Elevate take round number 10 and close out the match 7-3.
Absolutely insane fragging power coming out from Nog, dropping 9 I believe he dropped he dropped 7 on attack. 7 on attack, only 2 on defense on the last run that they played downstairs in Church and Armory. I honestly am not too surprised that Elevate managed to win a 7-3, but big props to our bad for at least trying to make the comeback. Unfortunate that Euphoria is able to drop 12 for a loss in 10 rounds, but